I am going to have fun.
Hi everybody and welcome to Zen's Kitchen. Today we're going to teach you how to make vegetable Manchurian. Okay, one of the most popular dishes known to the Indian Chinese community. Okay, to prepare that, this is what we need. Okay, what we have here is red bell peppers, and we're only going to be using half a red bell pepper, half a green bell pepper, onion, cabbage, cilantro, cornstarch, about 3 tablespoons, diced carrots, a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of salt, chilies that are already chopped right there, and last but not least, green onions or scallions right there. Okay, and to prepare this dish for the sauce, we're going to need Zen's spicy Manchurian sauce, available at your grocery store. And today we're going to be using 6 ounces of the sauce. Okay. Okay guys, what we're going to do is chop up our vegetables right now. And in order to chop our vegetables, this is how we're going to do it. Okay, I'm going to show you step by step how to dice, cut, and chop the cabbage, the green peppers, the scallions, and all that stuff. Okay. So you take a scallion right there. I'm just going to show you how to cut the scallion. We're going to kind of angle it, okay, for this dish. So they're kind of nice and angled and long like that. Cut them in an angle. Okay, so they look pretty when you actually garnish the dish and put it on the dish right there. So we're going to take that, put that aside. And next, do the same thing with the chilies, okay? You take the chili and cut it on an angle. Just like that. Okay? Now, we're going to take our onion. Slice the onions, 2 ends of the onions, off the middle. And we can get the skin off real easy. Okay, now for the onion, we're going to keep it in cubes, okay? Just cut it down like that. You can make the cubes as big as you want, so I can like making it just a little medium size, small, because for home cooking you want to keep it bite size. Usually in the restaurants it's a whole lot bigger, like about 1 inch cubes. You can make it about 1/2 inch cubes or so, you know? So they cook well. So here you go. So we're going to cut onions in cubes. And we're not going to use all the onions because we're just making a small portion. Then we take the red bell pepper. Cut your red bell pepper. Slice the bell pepper down into strips. Said we're not going to use the whole thing, and then cut them almost the same size as the onions are cut. Do the same with the green bell pepper. We're going to take the seeds out, so when I take the seeds I just basically slice it up like that. Take that out there. Now we can slice this down. Okay. Once the green peppers are cut, put them aside. Now the main vegetable that we're using for this dish is cabbage. Okay, so for the cabbage, what we want to do is we're gonna have to dice up the cabbage as small as we've diced the carrots in. Okay, because we're gonna have to make little balls out of these the carrots and the cabbage. So I'm gonna kind of shred the cabbage first, and then we're gonna mince it. Okay. Then we're going to take that and cut it down. So you can do it gently, as fast as you want. Take the big pieces and start chopping them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna mince the cabbage up really tiny, and once I'm done mincing the cabbage, I'm gonna return, and then we're gonna put the vegetable ball together. Okay? Okay, now the cabbage is almost chopped up, and you can see I've actually chopped it up really fine. So we're going to mix all the ingredients together right now. What I'm going to do is take a nice clean bowl and drop the cabbage in there. Okay, next we're going to do is we're going to take add a carrots to it. Some pepper, 1 teaspoon of pepper in there, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Okay, what we're going to do is mix this up really good, and you'll notice once the salt hits the cabbage, it kind of extracts all the water out of the cabbage. So, which is good. So mix that up really good first, and then next what we're going to do is we're going to add cornstarch. Okay, now this is about 3 tablespoons of cornstarch, but what I like you to do is add cornstarch slowly in and fold it in. Okay. So what we're going to do is mix it in real good, and then we're going to let this sit for about 5 to 6 or 10 minutes max. Okay, so once you let it sit, and we come back and we're going to make our Manchurian balls. Okay, what we're doing right now, we are frying the vegetarian Manchurian balls, and this is the most tedious part of the dish really. So you're going to take the cabbage and carrots that have been sitting, and you see it's kind of like really sticky, it becomes like a paste right there. And you don't want your oil too hot, about 275, because what's going to happen is if you have it too hot, the outside of the cabbage ball will fry faster, and then the inside gets a chance to cook. So you don't want to burn the vegetable Manchurian balls. So you make little balls out of the cabbage and you roll it into the oil. Okay, I already have a few frying there, and we're going to make a couple more. Okay, now as you can see, the veggie Manchurian balls are frying. You don't want to toss them around, okay? Just make sure they're not sticking together, and you want them to totally fry on one side before you flip them over, and flip them very gently because you do not want to break them up. Okay? You see that? There you go. So, and once they get all the way fried, this is what they're going to look like. Okay? So we're going to wait for this rest to fry, and then when we come back, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to put all the things together. Okay? First things first, notice I'm not using any garlic for this dish because this dish is very popular for vegans. So there's no garlic product at all. So we're going to take our onions, red peppers, green peppers that we had cut. And what we did is we took out the rest of the oil from the wok, and I left about 1.5 tablespoons of oil in the wok. So we're going to cook the peppers up really fast, and the sauce is already a little spicy, but we're going to add a little bit more kick to it. So we're going to add about 2 sliced chilies in there. And immediately, because the wok was so hot when you fried the vegetarian Manchurian balls and left the hot oil in there, immediately you can actually get the aroma and the flavors of the peppers and onions with the chilies cooking, and it smells great. Next, what we're going to do is take our 6 ounces of Zen's vegetarian spicy Manchurian sauce and simply add it to the wok. Now, just like a lot of other sauce products of ours, the sauce already has a thickener in it, so you'll notice when the sauce starts bubbling, the sauce is going to tend to get a little more thicker, okay? So make sure your fire is on high. And we leave the scallions on the side for later, and to garnish our cilantro. Oh, that smells great. Notice the bubbles in the sauce and how the sauce kind of got thick. Wow, that smells delicious. What we're going to do now is take the vegetarian balls right there, and while they're crispy, go ahead and add them to the sauce and gently coat it. And just like that, we're almost done. Just about 1 more minute. We're going to take our scallions, our green onions, go ahead and sprinkle that in there. And we're going to keep some on the side for later. Wow, look at that. And turn off your fire, and we're going to serve it, okay? Okay, vegetarian Manchurian is done. We're going to take the rest of our scallions, put it on top. Green onions are great on these vegetarian dishes. And last but not least, my favorite, some cilantro. This dish is served great with jasmine white rice or vegetarian fried rice. If you have any questions, please visit us at zenfoodsupply.com. And until next time, thank you for watching.
Love, 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 love,